Hey guys, this is Corey with Custom RV in Amarillo, Texas, and today I have a brand new arrival to show you. This is the 2021.5 Forest River Rogue by Vengeance, model 29KS. This particular travel trailer toy hauler comes in at 8,336 pounds unloaded and is 35 feet 7 inches in overall length. We're going to do an interior and exterior walk-around video tour today, and we're going to talk about some of the cool features, some of the custom upgrades that we've done to it that not a lot of other dealerships stock, and show you all the ins and outs of this toy hauler travel trailer. Let's go ahead and we'll jump onto the inside, and we'll start in the living area, kitchen, garage area. Alright guys, so we're on the inside of this brand new Vengeance 29KS. Also called a Rogue. It's basically the same thing. But anyways, with that being said, so we'll start back here in the back. As you can see here, I have the beds and sofa kind of in a combination bed and sofa arrangement. These bottom two beds here will fold down into a very large bed, and then of course up top here you have the quick set bed system that Vengeance uses. The nice thing about this, as opposed to the Happy Jack beds, number one, you don't use any battery power to get it up and down. Another really nice thing is, and a lot of dealerships don't talk about this, but the Happy Jack top bunk is only rated at 300 pounds. This one is rated at 500 pounds. So you can actually have two good sized adults up there instead of, having to have two kids like with the Happy Jack beds. So this is a trailer that can sleep 4 to 6 adults comfortably and safely in these bunks, which is nice. You can see back up over here, this is your screen tent wall area. I'm not going to put the patio deck down today, but these two screens here are to close the back part of this toy hauler off. Now there is a table that goes underneath here between these two sofas. Again, I just don't have that set up currently. If we spin over here, and we'll come back to the tie downs here in a minute, but you have a couple of optional pieces of equipment right here. We've optioned every one of our Rogue toy haulers with the 2 optional Euro recliners. These things are really comfortable. They're free floating. You can move them up to the front whenever you bring in your toys. You take them outside, take them out on the back deck, move them wherever you like, which is really nice. And if you don't want them, don't need them, you don't have to take them with you. They're just at home, in your house or in your garage if you want to leave them there whenever, if you have more toys that you need to take. You can see the nice big window behind these chairs, and these are going to have these zebra shades, which is really nice. So the cool thing about these are a light filtering blind. And the nice thing is you can let in as much or as little light as you want. If we look up top above that, you will see this is one of your 2 side vents. You have one towards the bottom on the other side of the trailer, but these are kind of to air out the trailer once you've had some, gas-powered toys in here, just to keep the fumes down, which is nice. And really, it's something that you're going to want. Directly across from those 2 chairs, you'll see that you have a place where you can mount a TV. Now, these don't come with TVs from the factory, but they give you this quick detached bracket, and there's a matching one of these on the outside so that you can add a TV of your choice. And if you look up top here, you can see that you do have the appropriate connections up top. One other thing that I forgot to mention is you have USB ports and 110 outlets everywhere in this trailer. And then for your garage area, you'll have these snap on and off shades. That way people aren't able to look in and see what toys you have. So again, you have tons of USB and household outlets really on both sides of the trailer for the bunks. And I don't know if you saw it behind the captain's chairs, but there are some right there as well. And the reason that you see, typically whenever you look at a fiberglass trailer, you don't see the household outlets in the walls like this. And the big reason that this particular trailer has that, where a lot of fiberglass trailers don't, is this is a conventionally constructed travel trailer. And what I mean by that is it has wood framing with the fiberglass sides hung over, so that it's not a true laminated toy hauler. So that's why they're able to do that. If we look down at the floor, you have tons of tie downs. This is a 16-foot garage. And the benefit of that, as opposed to some of your 13s, 14s, and 15s, is that have slide outs, is this can accommodate a 4-seat RVer with the slide out closed. Some trailers can't do that, and I'll show you how we're able to do that here in just a minute. But these are rated at 2,500 pounds a piece, so they're very, very strong tie downs. Again, which is a really more of a safety feature than anything. That way, your toy doesn't break the floor or break the tie downs. There's some manufacturers out there that are only using 1,000-pound rated tie downs, which is, in my opinion, underrated. If we look over here, you have another sofa. This will fold down into a small bed for, say, a grandkid or a smaller child. You're going to have USB outlets and a light switch right here with more of those zebra shades behind that. And the cool thing about this sofa, so when you bring in the slide out, this is actually supposed to be in the up position. And you can kind of see it if I flip this carpet back. Well, maybe. But you can kind of see it. You see that bullet latch. There's one of those on each side of this slide out. And what that is for, when you pull this slide out and you unlatch these bullet latches, flip up the sofa, and this slide out floor will flip up so that you can pull your 4-seat RVer all the way to the front, get out, then pull the slide out in, and it will go, that piece there will go around the front wheel, which is really nice. I have not seen another brand of toy hauler do that. And I don't know why. It's a genius concept. It makes so much sense, and it's really, really practical. Which is, it just makes sense. Coming around over here, you'll notice that you have cabinet ducted heating, no in-floor ducted heating. With this being a toy hauler, that is a terrible idea to have in-floor ducted heating because you'll just break the vents with any of your toys. You can also see a handy battery disconnect down there and your breakers and fuses right there. If we come up over here a little bit, you'll notice your these 6 switches here are going to be for some lighting controls. You're also going to have your water pump and water heater controls right there. You're going to have your awning and slide out controls. This is for the juice pack option that this has. So it's a 50-watt solar panel. It's not the be-all end-all of solar. They're going to be coming out with an expansion kit for that, which is a 100-watt solar panel, in addition to the 50-watt solar panel that's already up there. And we will be having some of those come in the near future, and I'll do some updated 2022 footage whenever those get in. And then right here, this is for your heated holding tanks, which are standard, and that is so cool. I absolutely love that. I don't know of any other toy hauler in this price point that is doing that standard. It's typically an option. And then right here, you have your LCI Insight backup camera sticker and your LCI One Control sticker. So this has basically a hidden version of One Control. They give you all the switches too, which is nice. But you can basically operate your lights, your slide out, your awning from your phone, which is a pretty cool feature, and a lot of people are starting to like that. Now, if we move up top, actually, before we do that, I do want to touch on If I move this TST sticker out of the way, this does have an AM, FM, and Bluetooth sound system. So this is made by a company called Driven. It does have HDMI and USB ports. So if you want to add a Blu-ray, CD, DVD player, gaming system, whatever, you can plug that in there. And if we look up top, you'll notice that you have a 200-watt subwoofer, and all of your backlighted, or your speakers are backlighted, which is pretty cool. So this standard has a 15,000 BTU Coleman Q Series air conditioner, which is the biggest AC on the market, or one of the biggest ACs on the market. It's very quiet. It's very efficient. What we decided to do on all these 29 KSs is, you'll notice you have a second 15,000 BTU Coleman Q Series air conditioner. You also notice that you have dual AC runs, which is a very nice feature that's going to keep your toy hauler cooled more efficiently. So this has the same AC system as their big Vengeance Rogue armored fifth wheels. I absolutely love that. I don't know of another dealer that's stocking it this way. And there's a couple extra things that go with that I'll show you on the outside that we've done. And again, there's kind of a preview of the kitchen. It's a really, really well laid out kitchen. Speaking of that, let's go ahead now and we'll jump up to the kitchen and we'll open up all the storage and take a look at that in a little more detail. Alright guys, so I've got all the storage opened up, and we'll start right here next to the control panel. So as you can see, you have a ton of good storage here. This is nice and deep, so that's one cabinet, and then you're going to have more storage down there. And again, it's really usable. And so many travel trailers, and really fifth wheels too, just get that. You know, they give you a lot of cabinets, but they're not deep, they're not usable. And I really like that. So good storage up there. This is now the standard fridge. So Cherokee as a whole, and this being part of the Cherokee family, is adopting the same thing. They're going away from the gas electric refrigerators. So the only fridge you can get in this from now on is this fridge here. This is a 10.7 cubic foot, 12 volt compressor fridge. It's bigger than the gas. You can actually run this going down the road now, because you can't do that with the gas electric fridges anymore. Yes, I realize that people do that, but the whole industry is going to these fridges. They're actually a lot more efficient and they cool better than the gas electric fridges. These will cool down in about an hour and a half versus 24 hours like the traditional gas and electric fridges. And that's one big reason why the juice pack is also now a standard feature, which is pretty cool. So spinning around over this way, you're going to have some really good overhead cabinetry space over the kitchen. This is all going to be a pressed membrane thermofoil style countertop. Really good countertop space too, even with the sink and the stove in use. You can see that one-piece farm sink with the hand sanitizer station and the high-rise spring-loaded faucet. If we, actually real quick, these also come with a standard TST tire pressure monitoring system, which is a really neat feature. Handy electrical outlets on both sides of the window too, which is really nice. If we look down here, you're going to notice 3 full extension plywood box ball bearing drawer guided drawers. There is no storage under here, that's just plumbing access. And if we come over here, you've got a 3-burner cooktop with the glass cover. This MSRP sheet's kind of in the way, so I'm not going to mess that up. But that does flip up. And then down here you have the oven in case you want to do some baking. The cool thing, again, as I've stated previously, this knob will spark the oven as well as the stove, which is a really cool feature. I really like it, as opposed to the standard pilot light that they've been using for years, like in my parents' fifth wheel. That is a real pain to light sometimes. Right here, you're going to have your thermostats for both your air conditioners. You're also going to have a microwave and a hood range vent right there. And then if that first pantry wasn't enough, you have a second one. And again, you can see it's very usable. And I say that because so many of these cabinets, especially in toy haulers, are not really usable. And I like what they're doing with their glass inlays. That just looks really nice. Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up for the kitchen area. Let's go ahead now and we'll shut up all this storage and we'll jump up to the master bathroom. As we enter the bathroom, first thing you'll notice is you have a nice neo-angle shower. This is the larger one. There is a smaller one. It's just slightly smaller, but this is a really good size. You can be upwards of 7 feet tall and still shower in here. And that's the nice thing about this being a true toy hauler, is you have the really, really tall ceilings. You can see the skylight up there and the power vent fan. They do have the button here for the fan. I wish they would put the raise and lower, because not everybody can reach that. And either you have to carry a step stool or you get one of those handle extension things. Over here next to the shower, you're going to have a good linen closet space that is very usable. It's wide, but it's, you know, and it's not super deep, but it's better than not having any. And then down here you have a nice little cubby hole for some of your toilet paper or whatever you want to put in there. I love this placement on this toilet. This is really smart. It is a porcelain foot flush lever toilet, and it's the taller toilet too, which is something a lot of people really like. If we come over here, the one thing that I feel that this bathroom is lacking is a little bit of countertop space. In all honesty, they could have put something like right here just to give you a little more countertop space. That would be the one thing that I would critique this trailer as far as that I would change. You can see a GFI protected outlet. This is still a pressed membrane countertop, pretty good size sink. And then that's going to be, I believe, where your water pump is. And you've got a little bit of storage under there. And then up here, you're going to have a medicine cabinet with a mirror. And then this is actually a new feature. The previous ones of these didn't have this, or at least I didn't notice it. You've got a little towel hook and, you know, little stuff. I just like that. They went above and beyond. You know, this is not necessarily a scrap piece of wood. They purpose built this for this purpose, which is something a lot of manufacturers don't do. They'll just throw a scrap piece of wood up there and call it good. Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up for the bathroom. Let's go ahead and we'll jump up to the master bedroom now. As we enter the master bedroom, first thing you'll notice, this is a 70 by 74 inch king bed. This is an RV king, so it's a little bit shorter than a residential king. If we look up top, and I'll go ahead and open up the middle one of these, but you can see you have good overhead storage, and it'll go all the way across. I love the tall ceilings in here too, by the way. A lot of toy haulers, I've noticed, will kind of shorten the height of the bedroom, and this one kind of does, but not as much as some that I've seen. You're also going to have a hanging closet on both sides, and if we close that, you'll notice right here is where the overhead light switch for these two taller lights is. And then you're also going to have household and USB outlets on both sides of the bed. And then on this side, this is where your generator start and stop switch for the optional generator is located. Regardless of if you get the generator or not, you still get this start stop switch in this location. You're also going to have a exterior entrance door in here. The big reason for that is if you have this toy box loaded up completely all the way to the front, you're not going to be able to get to the bathroom if they didn't have this door. So they were thinking ahead for travel access, which is really nice. Some toy hauler brands are really bad about that. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. And then if we look in here, I'm going to start doing a better job of this. This is also where you have your underbed storage. You'll notice it wraps around to the outside, and there's that table that I was talking about a little bit earlier. And then you can access some of your water connections as well. And that was a lot louder than I figured it was going to be. Let's see, TV connections. There they are. You're also going to have TV connections if you want to add a TV in here. And again, you're going to have the dual ducting in here, dual lights, dual doors actually. You have another entry door into the bedroom, which will open outwards. In the bedroom, you're going to have pleated shades. And with this trailer in particular, and I don't know how they could change this, but this is where your generator compartment is. It kind of sticks farther forward than some of their other brands or their other floor plans. I think that has to do with where all the water connections are up front. I could be mistaken on that, but again, just so you know, you can't really walk around this side to make the bed. It does kind of make it a little more challenging to make this particular bed, but I think the pros on this one being the garage and the storage and everything outweighs that little bitty minor issue. Well, it may not be minor to you, but the way I see it. Okay, guys, that is going to wrap it up for the interior. Let's go ahead. We'll do a quick walk around on the outside and talk about some of the features out there and some of the things that we've done that not a lot of other dealers are doing to this particular model. Okay, guys, so we're on the outside of this Vengeance 29KS. And first thing you'll notice, you do have the nice smooth aluminum nose sweep. Now, even if you get the fiberglass sidewalls, as you see here, the front is still going to be aluminum. You can also see that you have the nice diamond plate rock guard down below. We've optioned in the power tongue jack, and not a lot of dealers for some reason are doing this. They're sticking with the manual tongue jack. I think that now that it's an option that a lot of people know about and it's on the order forms, a lot of people will start wanting that. 2 20-pound propane tanks, and then as part of the juice pack, you'll also have a Group 27 series battery from the manufacturer. You're also going to have, and this one's not hooked up, but you have a 7-way plug holder, which is kind of a nice little feature just to keep your 7-way off the ground. Coming over here, you're going to have a spray port, as you can see right there. You're also going to have your freshwater and city water connections, and behind this door is your outside shower. Now, these doors are held up by the little plastic catches. I really wish they would go to magnets. For as much as these cost, it's something I think they could really improve on. But this has, normally this comes, if we get a generator on it, with a 4,000 watt generator. As you can see on that big sticker there, this one has the upgrade to that with a 5,500 watt generator. So with this being a 50 amp unit, we opted, well, we had to get a 5,500 watt generator, basically to run 2 air conditioners. The cool thing with these generators, these are an inverter generator by Yamaha. They also have a pull start. Once you pull this panel off, there's your breakers and another stop switch and a pull start. So if your battery ever goes dead, you can still start this. You can't do that with an Onan generator. Right here is going to be your 6-gallon gas and electric water heater, and that is why that piece sticks so far forward. I think they could find a better spot for that. You also have 4 corner stabilizer jacks, and if we drop down here and take a look underneath, you can see, let's see if I can get a better shot at this, you have a fully enclosed and heated underbelly, again with 12-volt tank heaters, which is a pretty nice feature. Not a lot of toy haulers are doing that. Over here, there's your hood vent. And again, you can see the Rogue graphics. They're really pretty simple on their graphics, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. You can also see that you've got pretty good looking wheels and tires. And I knew I was gonna forget this, but right down there is going to be your your tank pulls. I really don't like that it's under the slide out, but hey, I get it. And then right here, that is going to be your low point drains and your freshwater tank drain. Coming back over here, you're going to have your cable and satellite hookups, your 50 amp service, so that's where your detachable power cord will go. And if we come back to the back again, I'm not going to put the toy hauler deck down today, just because we've done that on every toy hauler. It's kind of nice to change it up just a little bit. But you can see that you have a floodlight up there. There's that LCI Insight backup camera, and here's what the door looks like in the closed position. That is a spring assisted door, so it's really easy to take down and put back up. Right here, you're going to have a leash latch. Again, 4-corner stabilizer jacks, they're manual. And then you're going to have your 30-gallon fuel station. The pump is in here, I just don't have that open, or the nozzle. And then I really like their pump gauge that they're using. It is divided into 6 levels. You just hit the off button and it will tell you how full the tank is, and you can start and stop it from here, which is really a good feature. I like it better than the old style that they were using. If we back up here, you can see that you have a nice power awning with LED lights. You can see the blue lights in the awning arms. You're going to have the MORryde step above steps, and these will flip up inside the door, and they have the adjustable feet. And you can also see that you have the larger entry assist handle. This does have a friction hinge door, as you can see, and they actually are not able to get those cool looking black glass doors, so they're using a fiberglass door temporarily so they can still build trailers. If you're really hoping for that glass one, they will have that back, is what I'm told, but temporarily they're not able to get it. You're also going to have 2 outside speakers. You can see one on each side of that TV bracket, and here's that outside TV bracket that I was talking about earlier. And then you have your furnace outlet, another leash latch, cable outlet, and a 110 plug. And then right here, you're going to have your second entry door. Now, because of the way that the bed is designed, and traditionally how travel trailer bedrooms are designed, this does not have the step above steps. Instead, what they do is they have these little feet here that attach to the bottom of this step, which is really cool. These will give you the feel of a solid step, but you can still fold these up under the trailer. I really like that. It makes sense on this particular application. And then lastly, you have your your 3/4 storage. It does pass through to the bedroom. You can see I've got your shower connection, or for that spray port, 50 amp service cord, and your table in here. You're also going to have tie downs, and then if we look over here, you're going to have your solar charge controller. So overall, guys, I really like this toy hauler. I think a lot of people will as well. It's a really, really good option if you have big toys, but you don't want a 40-foot fifth wheel. Again, it comes in at 8,400 pounds approximately, and it's about 35 feet in length. But if you're interested in this toy hauler travel trailer and you have any questions about anything we've gone over today, or if you'd like pricing and availability, feel free to leave some comments down in the description below, or in the comment section below. I will have links to pricing and availability directly to our website in the description below. You can also give us a call at 806-335-2336, or you can shoot me an email at contact@custom-rv.com. Real quick, guys, before you go, if you could do me a favor and hit that like button down below, that lets us know how we're doing and that you're really liking these videos that we're putting out for you. and please hit that subscribe button, or at least consider hitting that subscribe and notification bell. I would really like to get to 1,000 subscribers this year. We're at 513 and counting, and I think we can do it. Again, guys, remember at Custom RV, we don't do any hidden dealer fees. We leave that up to the big dealers, and we know RVs are made for women, so men can go camping. All right, guys, thanks again for watching, and we'll talk to you again very soon.